This may not seem like a political topic, but, well, it's got a university actually doing their job. They're not wasting money. And let me tell you something, I like it. Now, here's the thing. Now, I grew up in the South. I'm a redneck from the South, of course. Redneck thinker. Now, sweet tea is our trademark down here. And my mama's sweet tea, where she added mint to it, oh, one of the greatest things. Well, now it turns out that that actually helped get rid of metals. Now, most everybody is talking about lead, but it also gets rid of other metals. Now, I found a video from a British show that explains it, and it was more entertaining than the other one. So let's get into that, and let's let you find out exactly what it does.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Finally this evening, good news if you're watching with a cup of tea. Scientists have uncovered some health benefits of a strong brew. They say black tea can reduce the amount of heavy metals in water. Sam Holder explains.
From its origins in China
Darjeeling tea is high grade.
to the grand estates in India, and then supermarket shelves in Britain, tea drinkers have long extolled the virtues of the world's most popular drink. But what American scientists have found is that the leaves could be helping to filter out toxic heavy metals from the water they're brewed in. The kind of contaminants that can, in large quantities, cause cancer, kidney failure and a host of other diseases. For tea expert Don May, who drinks his brew in the traditional Chinese gong fu style, these findings are no surprise.
Tea has always been considered a medicine in China, ever since ever, thousands of years ago. These studies just are our attempt, which is remarkable, that we're, thousands of years later, we're still attempting to understand the mechanisms behind it.
In simple terms, heavy metal ions already within the water stick to the surface of the leaves and get trapped. A standard infusion of 3 minutes can remove 15% of lead in a mug of tea, and the longer the leaves are in there, the more heavy metals are removed, which means something like iced tea, brewed for 24 hours, absorbs the most. Tea purists will always say that loose leaf is best, but even paper tea bags remove the heavy metals. However, tea bags made of cotton and nylon do virtually nothing. Tea is nowhere near the most effective filter, that's charcoal or reverse osmosis, though it does provide some protection for billions of people.
These metals can get into our drinking water through old pipes, through industrial pollution. I think it really opens up potential new horizons for looking at biomaterials, natural materials to clean water.
The American study found ground black tea does the best job, but other leaves, not just tea, also work. They just don't taste quite as good. Sam Holder, ITV News.
And that is it.
Now, you saw that. Now, if you go to eos.org, I don't know a lot about EOS, but it has a pretty good article on this. It says steeping the leaves in a cup of black tea for 5 minutes removes up to 15%. So 3 to 5 minutes removes up to 15% of the lead. Now you got to use one of them cellulose bags, one of the, like Lipton. The longer the leaves steep, researchers found the more lead absorbed into them. These metal remediating benefits weren't limited to lead. The team also prepared separate solutions of cadmium, chromium, copper, and zinc, ions of each absorbed into the leaves. In addition, the leaves themselves, the team also experimented whether the type of tea bag influenced the amount of metal removed. Though nylon and cotton tea bags didn't remove any lead, the metal did bind to cellulose or wood pulp tea bags. Previous research has shown that tea can absorb metals from soil and store them in its leaves, so there is always a risk and obviously a concern that you are actually then contributing these heavy elements and heavy toxins into water again when you make tea, Travis said. So you got to be careful where you plant, if you grow your own tea, but the new study suggests that metals will stick with the plant and not be released in the surrounding environment. So this is some amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, this is a political channel, but this is highlighting that there are researchers at these universities that are actually doing their jobs. I'm not defending all these folks, but there are at least some researchers that are doing their job. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.